Stories class of 2018 production of The Little Prince. This class was a very special class this semester. It's called Staging Stories. It's where the kids get to write, direct, design, and otherwise perform in their own shows. So we take a piece of children's literature and adapt it into a script. Last year we did The Stinky Cheese Man, and this year apparently we took on a bigger challenge. This story is deeply, deeply personal to me, and this show has proven to be a very emotional experience for a lot of us involved, a lot of both myself and the students. And it's been really, really wonderful to do this and see what your kids have been able to bring to life with a story that means so much to me. So I really appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out to the parents for being so flexible when this project turned out much bigger than anticipated. All the extra hours and your willingness to be adaptable is, as always, appreciated. But I'm so proud of our students. They really stepped up in their leadership, and we even have a student in the booth and running things backstage on our student board. This has been great, guys. I hope you enjoy the show. Once, when I was 6, I saw a magnificent drawing in a book called True Stories. It was a book about the jungle, and in it, it showed a boa constrictor strangling a wild beast. Here is a copy of the illustration. In the book, it said, boa constrictors swallow their prey whole without chewing. And it made quite an impression on me. I thought a lot about the jungle back in those days, and eventually it inspired me to create my drawing number 1, which looked like this. Pretty good, right? I showed my picture to the grown-ups and asked them if it frightened them. They laughed and said, "Why would I be scared of a hat?" It was not a hat. It was a boa constrictor swallowing an elephant. Because of this incident, I decided to make my drawing number 2, which looked like this. So the grown-ups can understand. Grown-ups always need everything explained to them. Instead of congratulating me on my magnificent artwork, they instead told me that maybe I should focus on more serious subjects like geography and grammar. And so, I gave up at the age of 6 what could have been a magnificent career as an artist, and instead I became a pilot.
And I do admit, geography ended up being a pretty big help. Every now and then, I would find a grown-up that seemed enlightened, and I would show him my drawing number 1, which I've always kept. But everybody thinks it's a hat.
Every single time. So I gave up trying to talk to the grown-ups about jungles, or drawings, or stars. And instead I talked to them about grown-up subjects, like neckties, and golf, and politics.
Which, funnily enough, often includes the subject of golf.
And my grown-up was glad to know such a reasonable person. And so I lived alone. Nobody I could really talk to. Until I had to make a crash landing in the Sahara Desert 6 years ago. And my life changed forever.
Nobody around for miles. We'd be better off in the middle of the ocean. At least that's professional. Okay.
Hey, in the face of an overwhelming mystery, you go with it.
Listen, I don't know how to draw. I know geography and grammar.
That doesn't matter. Please? That one looks old. I want my sheep to last a long time.
Do you like this one?
Sheep don't have horns. That's a ram. That one looks sick. Draw me a healthy sheep.
Here, your sheep is in the box. Is that good enough for you?
This is perfect. It's everything I could have wanted. Well, I need a lot of grass. My planet is small, so we don't have a lot.
Your planet?
Oh, he's sleeping. What's this over here?
That's an airplane. My airplane. It flies. Well, it's supposed to. It crash landed here. Wait, how did you
You
come?
follow the sky? What planet do you come from?
Do you come from another planet?
The good thing about the drawing you drew me is that my sheep will have somewhere to sleep in at night.
I could draw a rope and a stake to tie into that night.
Why would you need that? Where would you even go?
I don't know. Where everybody else goes, I suppose. Straight ahead.
On my planet, that wouldn't take you very far. My planet is so small. I have 3 volcanoes, and I clean those out every day. Even the extinct one, because you never know.
Sure, you never know.
When I finally made it back to civilization, I did some investigating into the planets and asteroids surrounding our system, and I have serious reason to believe that the planet he was talking about was asteroid B612. I'm only telling you this because of the grown-ups. Grown-ups like numbers and statistics. I really want to tell this story like a fairy tale, but I don't. I really want it to be taken seriously. It's been 6 years since my friend went away. I miss him. I keep trying to describe him just right so I won't forget him, but I'm sure in the end, I'm bound to get important details wrong. But here you'll have to forgive me. My friend never explained anything. Maybe he thought I was like him, but I can't see a sheep through the sides of a crate drawn by a former child artist. I may be a little like the grown-ups after all. I must have grown old. But I did buy a box of paints yesterday. Time passed, and I was beginning to worry that my plane crash was much more serious than I thought. The prince, however, did not share my concerns.
You know, sunsets are my favorite thing.
That's great.
My planet is small, so I can watch it as many times as I want. One time, I watched the sunset 44 times. Sunsets are especially nice when you're feeling a bit sad.
Uh-huh.
If a sheep eats bushes, does it eat flowers too?
Sure, she can do whatever they want.
Even flowers with thorns?
Probably. Even flowers with thorns.
Wait, then what good are thorns?
This stupid girl is in charge just gonna start hitting with my hammer.
What good are thorns?
Oh, please.
What good are?
You're not good for anything. They're just a flower's way of being mean.
I don't believe you. Flowers are weak and naive, and they reassure themselves to believe anything. And most importantly, they think their thorns make them frightening. Then you think
I
flowers...
don't think anything. I'm busy doing something serious over here. I said whatever kicks my mind.
You talk like the grown-ups. You confuse everything. I know grown-ups out there that all they do is count stars. That's their life. Everything. And they say they're serious people. But they aren't people at all. They're mushrooms.
I'm sorry, mushrooms?
Yes, mushrooms. For millions of years, flowers have been growing thorns. And for that same amount of time, sheep have been eating those same flowers. And is it not serious to understand, to wonder why flowers go to all that trouble to grow thorns that are good for nothing? Is the war between the sheep and the flowers not serious enough? Suppose I knew a unique flower, one that lives nowhere besides my planet, one that could be easily wiped out in one bite by a hungry sheep. If someone loves a flower so much that when he looks up to the sky among all the stars, then what would happen if a sheep eats it? Would all the stars go out? Is that not important?
Hey, shh. Listen, the flower you love is not in danger. I'll draw a muzzle for the sheep. I promise. In defense. I promise.
I should explain.
On the Little Prince's planet, seeds would sometimes fly in by the wind and root themselves in its soil. At best, they were simple flowers with a single row of petals. And at worst, they were these monstrous trees called baobabs that needed to be uprooted immediately, or else, you know what? That is a rant for another time.
But the seed was different. She took so long to blossom, choosing her colors, arranging her petals. But you'll never guess what she said when she finally did it.
Oh, good morning! Pardon my dreams, I didn't expect
They're so beautiful.
Oh, well, I was born at the same time as the sun.
What?
I was so hungry. I wish there was something for a beautiful flower like me to eat.
Oh, I can get you something.
Oh, how kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ow! Oh, please be careful. They're very sharp. Sharp enough to defend myself against any danger. And if I needed to, I could fight a tiger.
My planet doesn't have tigers. And to be honest, I don't think tigers would eat weeds anyway.
I'm too pretty to be a weed. Plus, I'm not stronger than any weed. And weeds cannot defend themselves.
Oh, sorry.
But since this planet has no tigers, I guess I don't need to use my mighty thorns my mighty thorns. My thorns protect me from everything. But perhaps I think I'm not your fool. I wish there was glass to protect me.
Oh, I can get you something. That's how it was between us for a while. She always had a way of me getting to do everything for her. She was so beautiful, but so needy. But I should have paid close attention to her actions. She perfumed my planet and lit up my life. But I was too young to know how to love her. So instead, I decided to leave. Goodbye, my flower. Goodbye.
Bye. Be happy. I'm sorry. Please, just be happy. I don't need this glass anymore. You can put it away.
But the wind,
I'll be okay. Fresh air will be good for me. And besides, I need them and my thorns. Bye. So, I too love you. And I was silly. Oh, you're a bit silly too. You're silly. Now, go.
And so, the little prince began his journey.
He's like, really good for me.
Now I can't. It's too much pressure.
Well, then it's okay when you need to yell and don't need to yell when you don't need to.
Okay. Can I sit down? Over what do you rule?
I'm the king of everything. I totally have everything I need to be
Over everything? Over all that?
I'm the greatest king ever be king. No king is better than me. No one disobeys me. Everyone does whatever I tell them to do.
Do the stars obey you?
Absolutely.
Would you be so kind to fan the sun to set? I'm feeling a bit saddened.
If I told a tree to build a wall, I would be a boat, big as a tree.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what you just said, but I think you would.
Yes, totally.
So, my sunset?
You gotta wait for the right conditions.
So, when will that be?
7:40 p.m. Yes.
I think I'll be leaving now. I'm getting a bit bored and...
No, do not leave. I will make you my minister
Minister of what?
of justice and my hair.
But there's nobody to judge.
There's a right somewhere you can judge. You can give him the death penalty and always pardon him. For the economy and the future children. Also because there's a leader.
Yep, I think I'll be on my way now.
Do not leave. I will make you the ambassador of other planets then. Hey!
Grown-ups are certainly strange.
From Ohio, it's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months, never done before. Past all the competition, man. Cutie pie is next, man. I'm pumping on.
Come on, you can do this.
Hello?
Who we have here? Okay, Chad, you can do this. Just because Stacy left you doesn't mean you're worthless. Mom told you. Hi? Hello, admirer. I'm quiet. Oh, the cool kid said. Oh yes, how lit is my hat?
Well, your hat looks pretty fancy, but why do you wear it?
Oh, it's for answering acclamations. Unfortunately, no one comes along this way.
Is that so?
Well, here, I'll show you. Clap your hands. No, why, thank you. You're too good.
So, what's so special about that hat?
Do you really admire me a great deal?
I don't know what that means. Admire.
Admiring me means you acknowledge my beauty, my presence, appearance, and of course wealth, being the absolute best on this planet.
But you're the only one here.
So you admire me. Well, what about me do you admire?
Yep, I think I'll be leaving now. Grown-ups are certainly very strange. Excuse me?
50-50!
No, split. We dedicated 40 years of our lives to
And
this.
so far we haven't even made any profit by doing this.
Hey!
You do what you tell me. We'll talk about this later. I'll go back to working.
What do you want? We're very busy right now.
What are you doing?
Counting.
Counting what?
He's still here? We've been here for 54 years and I can't remember the last time we've been in trouble like this.
I can. The first time was 22 years ago. A beetle fell on our desk.
Where the heck did the beetle come from?
Who knows, but you screamed like a girl.
Wait a minute. I remember. You're the one who screamed like a girl. I made 4 mistakes in my calculations thanks to you.
And the second time was 11 years ago. I had the joy problems and you had your back problems.
Right. We don't get enough exercise.
Of course not. That would have to involve taking a break.
And breaks are for losers. 501 million.
And the third time?
Right now!
Can you believe this guy?
So, what are you counting?
Those, what do you call them? Shiny, glowy things?
Stars. Why?
Why not?
We own them.
You own the stars?
Yes.
But how? And what do you do with them?
Well, nothing.
Well, you don't do anything with them. What's the point?
What's the point? Ha! It makes us rich. What else can you ask for a kid? When you grow up, you'll understand. All you get in life is money.
What will you do with all that wealth?
We can buy no new stars to find our discovery.
But it's meaningless.
What do you know about business?
Well, nothing. But I own a flower, and it's beneficial to the flower that I own it. I take care of everything I own, so it's meaningless for you to own the stars because you don't benefit them. I think I'll take it now.
How about this one?
No, that one.
This one.
No, that one.
How about that? Good morning.
Good morning. Why'd you put out your lamp?
Photos. Good evening.
Oh, what are those?
So I ran last night to get out in the morning. Good morning.
But you do it so often, I don't understand.
I have a terrible job. I used to have the whole day to myself. I have to clear out my room.
And since then, orders have changed?
No, and that's the problem. The plant has been doing faster and faster every year. But the others have stayed the same.
Which means?
It means the plant shoots every 30 seconds.
Wow, you have such short days. How funny.
It's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. Did we think about it? This means I've been talking to you for 2 months.
Well, what if you just took a few steps and then it'd always be day? Then you could take a break for as long as you wanted.
What is the one thing I want? It's sleep.
Well, then I guess you're out of luck.
I guess I am. Good morning.
Grown-ups are certainly strange, but at least this one had a useful profession. Maybe him and I could have been good friends. But his planet is really too small. There's not enough room for 2.
Ha! Here comes an explorer.
Where are you from?
What's a big book for? What are you doing with it?
Well, you see, I'm a geographer, and this, of course, is my assistant.
What's a geographer?
Someone, a scholar, who knows the locations of the seas and cities.
In mountains and deserts.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. The planet is really beautiful. Does it have any oceans?
We couldn't say.
Oh, what about mountains?
We couldn't say.
What about cities and deserts and forests?
We couldn't tell you that either.
But aren't you a geographer?
I am, but neither of us are explorers. There's not one explorer on this planet. A geographer wouldn't go out to discover cities or forests or mountains and so forth. Geographers are much too important to go wandering about.
A geographer never leaves us astray. If they receive explorers there,
They question the explorer and write down what they remember.
And if the memory of an explorer seems interesting to them?
An investigation is made to their discovery.
By going to see it?
That would be much too complicated.
The explorer is required to bring proof, you see. For instance, if one claims to have discovered a mountain, they would be required to bring large stones from it.
Wait! You come from far away. You're an explorer.
Oh! You lost the Strider planet for us!
Well, where I live, it's not very interesting. It's all very small. I have 3 volcanoes, 2 active and 1 extinct. And I clean those out every day. But you never know.
You never know!
Oh, and I can flower.
Oh, we don't record flowers.
Why not? They're so pretty.
Because flowers are ephemeral.
We record eternal things.
What is eternal?
Ephemeral. It means which is threatened by imminent disappearance, like mountains staying in place.
My flower is threatened by imminent disappearance?
Of course.
My flower is ephemeral. And I've left her all alone where I live. Where would you advise me to go next?
The planet Earth has a good reputation.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
And so the final planet the prince visited was Earth, which was certainly the largest planet yet visited so far. But it's not the size that would baffle a traveler, but the population. Humans take up surprisingly little space on Earth. Don't tell the grown-ups this, they won't believe you. Grown-ups always think they take up more room than they actually do. Anyway, when the prince landed, he was surprised to discover that there wasn't anybody around, which is why he was grateful to see a strange creature gliding toward him on the golden sand.
Hello. Good evening.
Can you tell me where we are?
This is the desert of Africa. We're on Earth.
Why is this place so empty?
People don't live in the desert. Even so, Earth is very large and you can meet people elsewhere.
Wow, I live on a very small planet. Look, you can see it. It's very small and very far away.
It's beautiful. Why would you leave?
I'm having troubles with flower.
I see.
Are there really no other people on Earth? It's lonely here.
It can get lonely, but it can be lonely with people too.
You confuse me. You're so small, but how do you survive here in the desert?
I am more powerful than a king.
But how? You don't have limbs and you can travel?
I can take you farther than any vehicle. If you ever get homesick. With one bite, I can take you back to where you were from.
I think I understand, but why do you always speak in riddles?
Because I solved them.
Thank you. I'll keep looking. Hello?
Hi,
Hey, have you seen any people?
people. I think there's about 6 or 7 of them in existence. I mean, that's how many I see. At least I can't show you where they
Why not?
I haven't been tamed yet.
What does that mean?
You're not from around here, are you? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for people. What does that mean? Tame.
People. They fight and they kill. Especially foxes like me, trying to mind their own business, trying to find dinner. Why would you look for them?
I want to trade for my friends. What does that mean? Tame.
It is an act far too often neglected. It means to establish ties.
To establish ties?
Just that. As of right now, to me, you're no different from any other boy on this planet. To you, I'm no different from any other fox. I have no need for you, and you have no need for me. But, if you tamed me, you and I would both need each other.
I think I understand. There's this flower. I think she tamed me.
It's possible. One sees all sorts of things on Earth.
But she's not on Earth. She's on my planet. I left her. All alone.
Does your planet have people, hunters?
No.
Very interesting. What about chickens?
No.
Oh. I guess no planet is perfect. My life is monotonous. Every day is the same. I have nothing to look forward to. But, if he tamed me, the sun would shine on my world. And you see that tree over there? I have a road hiding, so I have no use of lying below it. But, if he tamed me, that tree would become a shrine to a friendship, because that would be where we would sit and talk. Please tame me, so that when I hear your footsteps, I don't go sprinting in the other direction. They'll call me out of my girl-like music. I'll meet you, and you'll meet me too.
I would. But I have so many friends to find and so many things to learn.
The only things you learn are the things you tame. If you want a friend, tame me.
How do I tame you?
Sit on that hill over there, and say nothing. Words create misconceptions. As every day passes, come a little closer. Then you'll tame me.
do any good at all then?
Of course it did. Because of the memories I'll remember when I see our tree. I have a gift for you. A secret.
What is it?
Never forget it. It is with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Essential is invisible to the eye. Thank you. Never forget it.
Goodbye, my friend.
Hello.
Hello.
So what do you do here? I bet it's boring.
I saw travelers in big bunches, all stuffed in my box. I changed direction on these old tracks right or left.
Wow. Wow. That walks so fast.
I have no idea. I'm content with my job. There's no use in knowing.
Yeah, I guess you can't really tell where these people are going. They're so fast though.
Probably, but what's it matter?
Wow. These trains are quick. They're back again.
Oh no, it's a different train. They go back and forth.
Were they not satisfied with where they were? I know I wasn't.
Well, let's see if you know the answer. No one is ever really satisfied with where they are. They don't know what they're looking for.
Children do. They get attached to something as small as a rag doll. If it gets taken away, they cry.
They're lucky.
The memories are beautiful, but I'm afraid we're out of water. And my plane is still broken.
My friend the fox
Say,
said,
fellow, this is not about the fox. We're going to die of thirst.
well then, let's go look for a well.
Are you thirsty too?
Water can be good for the heart.
We walked for a long time.
You know, this desert is beautiful because of a well, not mine.
You're right. So, what makes it beautiful is invisible to the eye.
Having to do with my fox.
As I looked at the little prince, asleep, his forehead pale in the moonlight, and the way the wind rustled his hair, I thought to myself,
What I'm looking at is only a shell hiding what's most important. His loyalty to a flower and a fox, shining brightly inside him.
Like the flame inside my lamp.
Even when he's asleep, it's all invisible.
we found the well at dawn.
It's strange. The rope, holding the bucket, everything's here.
And on this planet, we'll spend 5,000 roses in a single green. And we do not know what they're looking for. And yet what they are looking for is as simple as a single rose with a tiny bit of water.
But the eyes are blind. You must look with the heart.
You need to keep your promise.
What promise? My muzzle.
For the sheep. I am responsible for the sheep after all. Your bow balls. They look like packages.
I was so proud of those.
That's alright. The children will understand. My muzzle?
Of course.
Tomorrow, it'll be a year since I landed here on Earth. The star will be just above the point where I fell.
So, it's not a coincidence that I met you around here? Are you going back to the point of your fall because of the anniversary?
You should fix your plane. Meet me here tomorrow.
But I was not comforted by his words. I was still worried. I remembered the fox.
You risk tears when you let yourself be pained.
The next day, I returned from fixing my plane to find the little prince.
Yes, it's the right day, but it's not the right place. Don't you remember? Me down there. Your poison is good. You're sure I won't suffer long. All right, now go.
You're talking to snakes now?
You fixed your plane. Now you can fly again.
Wait, how did you know?
I'll be leaving tonight too. It's much further. It's much more difficult. I'm a little scared.
No. This is a bad dream, isn't it?
Tonight, it'll be years since I landed here on Earth. The star will be just above the place where I fell.
I can't believe I'll never get to hear you laugh again.
Well, then I have a present for you. Yours, Star Serpents.
For a king, they're part of their kingdom.
For businessmen, they're gold. For big men, they're competition.
But all of those are silent stars. They'll have stars like nobody else.
What do you mean?
In one of those stars, I shall be living. In one of those stars, I shall be living. And so, when you look up to the sky at night, it's going to be like all the stars are laughing. And once you're consoled, everyone is consoled eventually. You'll be glad you know me. You'll always be my friend. And don't forget, I'll be looking at the stars too. And maybe one day, you can laugh at those stars too. And all of your friends will think you're crazy.
No, I won't leave you.
You understand, don't you? It's going to look like I'm in pain, like I'm suffering. But that won't be true at all. You understand, don't you? It's going to look bad. It's going to look... I have to. My body. It's too heavy. My body, it's too heavy. It's going to be alright, okay? My flower, she needs me. And I need her. I have to.
To even exist, I couldn't
explain the infinite how rare and beautiful truly the weekly.
You didn't cry out. You fell quietly, the way a tree falls. Didn't even make any sound because of the sand. And now, of course, it's been 6 years. I've never told this story before.
My friends were all very glad to see that I was alive. I explained my sadness away, telling them I was just tired.
And of course, now I am consoled. That is, not entirely. And I do love listening to the stars at night. It's like 500 million little bells. But something extraordinary has happened.
When I made the muzzle for a sheep, I didn't add a leather strap. He could never fasten it onto a sheep properly. And so I'm left to wonder, what has happened up there? Maybe the sheep really has eaten the flower.
Of course, I tell myself, it's fine. The prince keeps a close watch over his sheep, puts his flower under glass at night, and then all the stars laugh sweetly. There is that creeping doubt. Anybody can get distracted every now and then, and that's all it takes. And then all the bells are changed into tears. It's all a great mystery. For you all too, now that you know the Little Prince as well. Look up at the sky. Look up at the stars and ask yourself, has the sheep eaten the flower or not? And you'll see how everything changes. No grown-up could ever understand how such a question could be so important. This is the last drawing I want to show you. It is the loveliest and saddest landscape in the world. It's the place where the little prince appeared on Earth and disappeared. Look carefully at this drawing so you'll be sure to recognize it. If you ever find yourself in Africa, if you ever find yourself here, I beg you, don't hurry past. Wait a little, just under the star. And if a child comes to you, and if he laughs, and if he doesn't answer your questions, you'll know who it is. If that should happen, be kind. Don't let me go on being so sad. Send word immediately that he's come back.
Didn't know what time it was, but I on you.